Hooray for Hollywood! Hello there, I am Stan the Movie Man, and this is my WIMZ.com movie review for January 2019. Belated Happy New Year. This month I went to see The Upside. It stars Kevin Hart, Bryan Cranston, Nicole Kidman, and more. It is the story of Philip Lacasse, who is an author and a businessman, but he has suffered a fair amount of tragedy in his life. He has had an accident while paragliding, which has rendered him a quadriplegic, and his wife died of cancer. He is extraordinarily wealthy, and he lives in a penthouse apartment in New York, and he needs constant care. The folks who assist him are looking for some what they call a life auxiliary, the fancy name for a practical nurse, I suppose. And they are going through a series of interviews. Now, stumbling into this by accident is Del Scott, played by Kevin Hart, a ex-con who is way behind on his child support payments to his son and his ex-wife, and is trying to stay on the straight and narrow. He's also trying to stay out of jail by applying for jobs so that he can get the form signed for his parole officer. Philip is not the least bit interested in being involved in these interviews for his assistant. And his business manager, Yvonne Pendleton, played by Nicole Kidman, is conducting the interviews. But Philip is just real zoned out. When Del walks in, because he's been waiting for an hour and he's got to go pick up his son at school, there's something about him that Philip likes. Mostly, it's that Yvonne doesn't like him, and he hires him on the spot. It is a learning experience for both men as they go through learning about each other's lives, and Del tries to give Philip experiences that perhaps the other people in his life feel like might be inappropriate or too much for him to handle. This is a remake of a French film called The Intouchables, and actually this is the third remake after one from India and from Argentina. And objectively, if I were looking at it as a piece of art, it is not a good film. It is sweetly sentimental, and it sort of glosses over other parts of the story that would have made it more of a drama. But at the same time, the connection between Del and Philip, and between the actors Kevin Hart and Bryan Cranston, is so enjoyable to watch. You just want to, you wouldn't mind just spending a day with these two as they go about town, as they do the things that are required to keep Philip alive, and they work so well together that you're willing to forgive the other parts of the film that are, quite frankly, just so saccharine. It just leaves a bad taste in your mouth, but it is so sweet that you don't mind it too bad. There's a section where Philip meets somebody that he has only had correspondence with through the mail, actual snail mail, not email, and that becomes kind of a turning point in Philip and Del's relationship. And it leads Del to finding his own way, because it would be very easy for him to just stay with Philip because he's paid very well, and just sort of get comfortable there. But there comes a point where he has to strike out on his own, and with some help from Philip, he manages to do that and find a way to find his own path that he thought he never would. Again, it's a sickeningly sweet story, but the two leads are so good together and create this this symbiosis that it's just a very heartwarming, touching film that just uses and abuses you, and you don't mind it at all. You say, "Can I have another?" The upside is flawed, but very enjoyable, and that's why I'm giving it 4 guitars. Go to WIMZ.com, go to the blog section, and look for my complete review of this film. Check out my weekly reviews at StanTheMovieMan.com. Listen to The Fractured Frame, where you can find right here at WIMZ.com in the podcasts section. It's where some friends of mine and I get together and discuss the latest in movie, TV, and streaming news. You can also get that wherever you download your podcasts. Please follow me on Twitter at MovieManStan. And send emails to me if you'd like, StanTheMovieMan123 at gmail.com. Till next time, later.